There's no way that a mouse could kill a scorpion.
Dude, a mouse could kill a scorpion. Sharp
A
claws
rat
and teeth.
could kill a scorpion.
Well, no shit, Frank, but we're not talking about a rat. We're talking about a little
We're
mouse.
talking about a rat. It still would lose.
No,
My
it's
son
a little
Ryder.
mouse fighting a scorpion,
Spider.
and that is final.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Divine. All right, man, before we get into this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, man, so before we get into the whole shebang-a-bang with this video, let me kind of put a little hypothesis about the comment section. So I hypothesize that about 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes tops, people that are going to be in the comment section are probably going to watch that much before they get into a fit of rage and start typing away in the comment section and regurgitate the same exact shit that everybody says on the internet. All right. Now, let's keep it a buck here. Out of everything that I've seen about this whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and I swear to God, I don't even talk about stuff like this on my channel, but I feel like nobody else has said it yet. So I guess I'll be the one to say it. And I don't mind being alone on this. I don't mind if people think X, Y, Z. I really don't care. I really don't care because it's the truth. Someone has to say it. In midst of this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese thing, I've noticed that the media is creating a divide between people. If you want me to go and say it, I'll say it. They're trying to create a race war between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Not one time. And I bet you're sucking your teeth right now and rolling your eyes, blowing your hot ass breath. I don't care. That is the truth. You guys don't want to believe it. You don't have to believe it, but that's exactly what they're doing. Everybody, including ESPN, Fox News, and all these news outlets and these parody pages on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and all types of shit, they all are buying into the Great White Hope Caitlin Clark and the thuggish, ruggish Angel Reese. They're creating a race war, and it seems like nobody else is saying it. That's the God honest truth. Because not one time has anybody said that Clark is better than Reese. Anytime people say that, they're trying to demean or completely discredit and uplift Caitlin Clark, saying that she's better than Reese, when people don't even watch the sport themselves or even care enough about sports to even understand what the different positions are. And it's crazy because people are so simple-minded. People have this pink mushy thing in their skull called a brain. I don't see anybody using it. I just see everybody falling in line like little monotonous sheep, little snowflakes, if you will, and just pretty much just going along with the narrative that people put because it's the popular consensus, and I don't want to think nothing else, or I don't want to seem like an insider, or I just don't like using my brain 90% of the time, so I'm going to spew the same exact shit that everybody else is saying. And it's disgusting. I'm sick of it, man. Like, I don't care for Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. I don't care for it, bro. I was glad enough to see, I watched the national championship whenever it was Reese and Clark and Reese. I loved it. Cardosa, Haley Van Lynn, Brink, all of them. I loved watching it. Like, that was the one time where I really thought that WNBA was kind of like really, or college women's basketball was actually doing something. You know what I mean? Like, this was intense. You know what I mean? I was watching that almost at the same time I was watching the NBA. You know what I mean? But people are so simple-minded that they want another great white hope. And let's keep it a buck. They want another great white hope, i.e. Caitlin Clark. So with that being said, they're going to make sure that she is protected, coddled, make sure her hand is held, make sure she gets everything that she needs. She can't do no wrong. She's a class act. And Angel Reese is a thug because, you know, she talks too much. She does this, she does that. She's outspoken, blah, 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 blah. And just all this nasty shit that people are trying to demean these young ladies, trying to demean a young lady, give one credit but don't give the other one credit. And what's crazier than that is people just keep going on with this dumbass narrative, and I don't give a fuck about the numbers. People keep going on with this dumbass narrative that Caitlin Clark is single-handedly the reason why everybody's watching WNBA right now. You could not be any more wrong if it came to smack you in the face and spit in your mouth. You couldn't be any more wrong than that. You guys are just so stupid to the point where y'all just completely forget about the national championship. You forget about Cardoso and them. You forget about Haley Van Lin and Brink and other ladies as well. Reese brought national attention to to women's basketball. So did Clark, because she set a record in college at Iowa. Reese was one of the ones that she was, chirping, having physical basketball. She ended up winning a natty, and then that was it. And oh my God, speaking of that, you should have saw how people just ran with the narrative. Classless thug. She's such a thug, and negative this and negative that, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't see it anything past the fact that an outspoken black woman won a national championship. Anybody who was outspoken or talks, you want them shut up completely. That's what you want. You want these players to pretty much just shut up and play ball. Anybody who's outspoken, you immediately hate them. Like, you expect them to not have a say or say anything or defend themselves or speak up on something that they feel is out of order. You want them to just shut up and play ball like they're robots or something. You guys are fucking despicable. Y'all are just the scum beneath my shoe, because y'all act like y'all don't have a brain to use. Y'all are disgusting to me. You are disgusting to me. Now, aside from the people in their stupid assness, let's look at the WNBA culture for a second. Now, I don't care what people think about, Caitlin Clark is getting beat up, or they're targeting her, and they're racist against her, and all this other stuff. Shut up. Because the WNBA has always been like that to other rookies. She's not the only one. Reese got that attention. Clark got that attention. People that were before her got that attention. Lisa Leslie got it. All your WNBA greats had to go through something in order to get to where they were. It's part of the game. That's how I know a lot of y'all that just run y'all mouths and pretty much just have diarrhea of the mouth. That's how I know a lot of y'all don't actually care for the sport. You just want some shit to talk about because you're too stupid to understand the sport of basketball. You're too lazy, or you're too much of a coward to get on to actually understand the sport and actually have a conversation with somebody when it comes to the sport of basketball without your bigotry kicking in. Now, that's what a lot of y'all are. So, aside from that, the culture of the WNBA is always going to be rough. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, stop with this bullshit rhetoric of, because Caitlin Clark she's straight and she's a Catholic and all this shit. That has nothing to do with nothing. All right. If we look at not WNBA, if we look at the NBA, do you know how many brothers in the NBA are down low? I'm pretty sure it would surprise a lot of y'all if you know how many players in the NBA were down low. They just don't say nothing because they know if they say nothing, they know that their stock will drop. But, it happens. It is what it is. My question to you is, why the fuck do it matter? Why is it this shit where, because she's straight in a lesbian league? What makes you think that these girls are lesbian? Yeah, there might be some that's in the WNBA that's lesbian, but you have some that are straight too. They don't feel like it's the world's business, one, and two, it don't matter, because it's like, I can hoop, I can ball my ass off. What difference do it make whether I'm gay or straight? What difference do it make? Y'all motherfuckers have like this homophobia thing just so crippling to y'all. Like, y'all really think that if somebody's gay, that completely discredits every single thing that they do in the game. You want everything to be straight this and straight that. Newsflash, you fucking dumbass. People are going to have the sexuality. It is what it is. You are probably next to a gay person more than you probably think about it. Did I scare you? I probably did, you fucking punk. A lot of y'all just finding excuses to try and protect this girl. And on top of that, y'all got the nerve, and it's crazy to me. Y'all got the nerve to pull the WNBA is racist against Caitlin Clark. This is the same card that you accuse people of color, black people, or people of color in general, of using anytime there has been any kind of adversity, when there has been times where it's been adversity being shown against them. And the crazy thing about it is, whenever we use that card, it falls on deaf ears. It all falls on deaf ears. But now, because Caitlin Clark isn't getting this velvet carpet rollout, velvet robe, all this shit, because she's not getting that, now all of a sudden the WNBA is racist. Are you guys fucking stupid or are you retarded? Is it both? I'm pretty sure it's both. You guys can't use the same exact quote unquote excuse or use the same card that people have been using for years when it made sense. That shit doesn't make sense. What's crazier than that to me is that whenever Clark got fouled by Reese, or she got hit in the back of the head by Reese, this is the same fucking play that'll happen in the NBA, and y'all look at it as, oh damn, they try to go for the ball. Oh well, they might, that's either common or flagrant. I don't think there ain't no talks about, oh, thug this and thug that, oh, target this and target that. There ain't no fucking talks about that. We just look at it as, oh fuck, well, that might be a foul or that might be a flagrant. Yeah, that was a flagrant. Damn. And that's it. That's fucking it. And what's even wilder than that is, with all this thug talk shit, you don't hear nothing about Kelsey Plum and Deanna Taurasi going at it, because they went at it like cats and dogs. I ain't gonna say cats and dogs, but they went at it. And when you look at them, there ain't no shit about thug this and thug that and no class this and no class that. It was just one is always getting into it with players. One was chirpy, one held their own, and that was it. It wasn't no thug talk, thug this, thug that. You motherfuckers are buying into the fucking race war. Black is bad, thuggish, X, Y, and Z. White is good, heavenly, X, Y, and Z. It's fucking whack, and nobody's speaking up on it, and it's disgusting. I hate the fact that nobody's talking about it. It's awful. It's disgusting. It's despicable, and it's flat out wrong because nobody's talking about their skill sets. Now, speaking of that, I know a lot of y'all don't watch basketball. Reese is a forward. Clark is a guard. Clark plays more like Steph Curry. Let's just keep it a buck. She plays more like Steph Curry, right? Just real slithery, real slippery. You know what I mean? Can get dimes, can shoot the ball. And, of course, I think they said something about she shoots further than anybody in the NBA, actually. I think she takes like 1 or 2 steps over the half-court line, just jacks up a 3 and it goes in. I mean, that's what she does. That's her game. On the other hand, Reese, she's more of a paint threat, a paint presence. That's what she does. That's her game. She's not known for getting boards here and getting buckets here and buckets there. Yeah, she did that in college, but, you know, it's a different pace in the WNBA. So she still got to find her footing. Now, she's still getting boards and she's still doing her thing. Absolutely. She's still doing her thing. Regardless, whatever the fuck you may think, she's still doing her thing. Now, with that being said, nobody's talking about that. Nobody is saying anything about that. If Clark goes in that paint, she's going to get mauled to death. If Clark goes into that paint while Reese is down there, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? If Reese came out to the perimeter and calls her trying to be more of on the perimeter or try to be more of a shooter, if anything, and that's not her game, what the fuck you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? She's not going to look good because that's not her skill set. That's not her play style. That's how I know a lot of y'all don't give a fuck about the sport. Y'all are just trying to find a reason to have white versus black, black versus white, black bad, white good. That's all y'all are doing. Call it what you want, say whatever the fuck you want, but that's the truth of the matter. I've never seen Fox News report anything about the WNBA until Caitlin Clark got her ass in there and said, oh, well, I'm just here to hoop. And y'all came in there and opened her and welcomed her with open arms. And it's crazy because I don't even hate Caitlin Clark. I don't even like her. I don't dislike her. That's the crazy part. I don't dislike Caitlin Clark. But the simple fact that people are opening their arms and acting like she can't do nothing wrong and want her protected so bad and forget that the WNBA is a contact sport. Basketball in general is a contact sport. It happens. Whether it's accidental, whether it's incidental. What Draymond did with the shit that he does, that shit was incidental. He did that on purpose. The shit that Reese did, that wasn't on purpose. That was not on purpose. You guys are just saying it because you want America's sweetheart. You want the great white hope to be protected so bad. Y'all don't want nothing bad to happen to her. God forbid if anything happened to her, y'all would probably have a heart attack. But I'm getting off track. But ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, those are their skill sets. That's just how they play. One is an outside perimeter. One is interior. That's just how they play. You know what I mean? Reese is more or less like a Draymond, minus the antics, but she's more of a Draymond, more of a Dennis Rodman. Like, you know, she's an interior player. That's her style. That's her play style. We've seen it when she was in Maryland. We've seen it when she was at LSU. Nothing about that has changed. Now, we'll say it's going to have to take time for a game to develop, but that's a different conversation for somebody who actually fucking watches sports and actually loves sports. You fucking nimrods. Anyway. But my advice to those two ladies, man, again, like I said, I don't dislike Caitlin Clark. But the way that you guys are coddling her and defending her and making it seem like she can't make no mistakes, and then when she does make a mistake, you make all the excuses in the world for her. Y'all are making me not like her. It's not Caitlin Clark herself. It's the media, people, and social media that's making me not like Caitlin Clark. Because what it shows me is how irrational folks are and how pretentious people are to make it seem like basketball was never a sport where you had to learn and get good at it. And people can sit here and say all day long that, oh, WNBA ain't all that. Anybody makes it WNBA, you're a liar. And that's how I know you don't watch sports. Because if you actually know something, the percentage of you making it to the professional league, the actual WNBA or the NBA, if you will, is very, very low. Very low. So with that being said, not everybody's going to make it to the NBA. You got some players that came out of college, may have played maybe a season, or if they didn't make it a season, they probably went and played overseas. It happens. Sometimes you don't have the actual accessibility of going to the WNBA. You got to play overseas. It is what it is. Sometimes your cars just don't line up, and that's where you got to go. But the percentage you make it to the WNBA is very small. There's a lot of players that went undrafted that haven't even hit the radar. There are some players I've never seen that I'll be seeing that get signed, and I've never heard of them. Some of them came from overseas, whatever the case may be. But because you guys don't understand sports and you just see white versus black and you jump into it and go with whatever narrative that's the popular consensus, it's disgusting. You guys don't give a fuck about sports. It never was about sports. It was about white versus black bad, thuggish, all this other negative connotations about black folks. White's good, great, excellent, great white hope, X, Y, and Z, whatever narrative that you guys decide to just pick up with white people. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting, and y'all disgust me. But as to Angel Reese, keep doing your thing. If you're going to play the villain role, go all the way in or don't do it at all. Because they're going to attack you either way. But other than that, she's going to have to just buckle down, head first, and just go at him. Caitlin Clark, here's my thing. Stop all that fucking flopping. Get your ass outside that perimeter. Stop trying to be interior because they're going to sling you around like a fucking rag doll. Stay your ass on the outside. Be slithery. Be slick. Do whatever you got to do. Learn from Steph Curry. That's your best bet because that's exactly who she plays like and can actually complement her game. As to the people, the ones who actually enjoy sports and are looking at it from a sports standpoint, I would like to see how these ladies and the rest of the draft class from that year, I want to see how they all fare. Cameron Brink just got hurt not so long ago. I think she tore her ACL. And that's another thing, too. People swear me down that Caitlin Clark is a class act for saying the most basic shit. But the minute that Angel Reese is outspoken and is just saying, what needs to be said, because, again, how social media and the media is eating it up, the minute that she speaks up and says something, oh, she's playing victim. Oh, she's jealous. No, you guys are fucking dumb. That's why. People have just completely forgotten about Angel Reese winning the national championship, and Clark at the same as that time she lost, but somehow Clark is better than Reese. I've never seen somebody lose and is being told, oh, they're better than them. I've never understood that, one. And then two, at the same as that time, Clark ain't the only one that brought up the viewership. Fuck the numbers. It was Reese, Clark, Cardosa, Haley Van Lin, Brink. It was a lot of them. It was a lot of players that brought attention to the WNBA. It's not just Clark. So Reese wasn't wrong in that analysis. She wasn't wrong. But the way the media is going to spin it, no, white versus black. White's good. Black is bad. I'm just running with what y'all are running with right now. And that's the race war thing. That's exactly how y'all are viewing it. It's not about sports. It's never been about that. That's exactly what it's about. But to the people, like I said, let's just see how their careers, line up. You know what I mean? I want to see how Clark does. I want to see how people adapt to Clark. I want to see if Reese develops her game. I want to see Cardoso get better. I want to see Brink get better. Haley Van Lent, all of them. I want to see how they all fare during their professional WNBA careers. As to the people that can do either or, can form their own logical conclusions, can't think on their own, they run with the narrative of whatever everybody else is saying because it's popular. They don't know how to think for themselves. I have one suggestion for y'all.
You need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up.